Today is day 6 since I've left Bullhead City. Hopefully I'll reach Lake Havasu City later this evening. But for now, it's time to go climb some mountains. So I'm headed up there. Only information I could find online about it was just a reference. They called it have a super peak. As in, you know, Havasu, have a super day. And I'm gonna head up there and walk it. Up we go. Pretty easy climb. It's been like a 5-minute climb. I'm almost up to the top. That's kind of the cool thing about these peaks in this area. So they're really only a couple 100 foot of ascent. And here's the top. Oh, nice. The Colorado River down there, a little bit of green for once. It's looking into California. And there's a look up at the ridgeline that I'm about to walk. Dip down off the crust for a little bit, kind of working my way around. I guess some of the more jagged parts of it. And now I'm headed back up. Back up to the top. Some good grippy rock too. It's like Velcro rock. Oh, look at that. Woo! And this impressive peak here is called Gold Dome Peak. Just awe-inspiring, really. Just incredible. I mean, it looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. So you've got this jagged peak here, and if you look over in this direction, it's the town of Needles, California, on the other side of the Colorado River there. And that's why the town of Needles is called Needles. It's because of these mountains right behind me. Fun fact. Yeah, cliffy. Super grateful for this grippy rock at the moment. Otherwise, this could be a little dicey. Well, we're close enough to the top. Might as well just head up there. Oh. All right, another knife edge. This is what I'm talking about. camping's not allowed here, but if you were going to camp, check out this cowboy camping spot under this little overhang here, right on the edge of this cliff, with a view of Gold Dome. Well, the day's halfway over and I've barely gone anywhere. This ridge is just too awesome to just walk right by and blow through, you know? You can't even dream up stuff like this. This is just incredible. So it looks like that's the end of the ridge walk for me. Just took this little chute down. But it looks like all this is pretty easy to manage. So I'll find my way down off the ridge line, back down to the valley floor. Oh, that's some crazy rock formation right there. Wasn't expecting any of this stuff, especially not the way it looked on the map. Yeah, just be able to down climb this and hopefully don't get stuck on any of these other sections down here. It's kind of precarious. Oh shit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that one's not gonna happen. It's 40 foot overhanging. Shit, man, this one was supposed to be easy. All right, so yeah, that's where I came down. I had to work my way all the way back around all this stuff down to here. Now I'm on this pretty steep slope. Whew. And that incredible rock face there, that's what I was walking earlier, the top of that. Pretty cool perspective to see it from below. Footholds and stuff here. There we go. Oh man, whew, this is precarious. Only 5 hours of daylight left. Still got a long ways to go. Really get a hustle now. Just gonna climb some other peaks, but I don't have time. On this side we have a 40-foot pour off, no go. And on this side, there's no problem. There's always one last pour off to climb down. You know, I can get down to like the last point and then it's like a jump down. Looks like good footholds mostly the way down. It's just the handholds aren't really that great up top. There we go. Now it should be good. We down. River looks so inviting. It's probably cold, but man, a swim right now just sounds so good. Wanted to climb that peak, but you know, I just don't have the time. Already running a little short on daylight here, so it's gonna make a beeline for the highway, and should get there pretty close to dark as it is. I'm down in the wash now. It's just a slog now. You know, a couple miles, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles or something. I figure there's a shower, a bed, probably a pizza, and a 2-liter Coke or something, you know, waiting for me tonight when I get to my motel. So that's my motivation at this point. Just stopped here on this rock and took a break. I stood up and check it out, a snake skin. That's pretty cool. It's the first one I found on this whole trail. Well, I saw one non-poisonous snake sunning himself, but that was it. Now I gotta find my route up this. Usually these sort of trickle out and ends up just being a pick your path kind of thing. Just beyond the little notch there, you could see Lake Havasu City. It's always kind of cool to go over that last pass and finally see civilization down there in the distance. Pizza and cheeseburgers await. Of course, you go over that one final hill, you expect it to be easy down to town, but of course it's not. It's looking quite rugged. So I think what we're going to do is kind of skirt this hillside, avoid all the canyon stuff, drop down on the other side. Just slipped and fell. One of these rocks just gave out. Busted up my hand a little bit. It's gonna be a little sore here. Of course, I'm bleeding now too. This is my snot rag too, by the way. No shame. You're a dirty piece of hiker trash. You are a dirty piece of hiker trash. So here's a dilemma. My route I had planned is going to go up this wash just a little bit and then up and over a small saddle that would take me down to another wash. The reason I did that is because it was going to avoid what looked like a pretty steep canyon coming up ahead here. But I see a cairn. So, you know, Karen's got to mean that the canyon is probably doable. So I'm gonna follow the Karen, and I hope I don't regret this. You better be right, Karen. Looks like this is where the canyon starts to narrow. This is where it's going to get interesting. So this canyon is pretty impressive. You'll notice these sawtooth-like formations sticking out of the side of the rock there. That's pretty interesting. Then over here, pretty cool cave. Very interesting. Looks like the canyon's opening up now. Also looks like there might be a pour off or something there. So my canyon just led me here to the end. You can see these anchors and a big pour off. Let's see, what are we looking at here? 100 foot, 75 foot. That one's not gonna happen. So the alternate routes skirt around the side of this, or skirt around the side of this, which looks a lot more manageable. I think that's going to be my route off this thing. Stay away from the edge though. Maybe hug the side. All right, it's like the final obstacle. It's not really a very big one though. I think it's, well, let's see that until I get around this. All right, cool, that ledge worked out. Just followed my way around that ledge. Avoided the 100-foot depth drop. Now I've got a route that's gonna lead me down at least to the bottom. I'm gonna follow one of these washes and get out to the main road here. About an hour of daylight. Down in the wash, out of the canyon. Still about 2.5 miles from the main road though. So that's gonna take about all the daylight there is left. It's gonna be pretty close. I'll try and jog a little bit of this, as long as the gravel isn't too deep. I want to be sitting out on that road at dark. One last look at the Havasu Wilderness. All right, cheeseburgers. I'm really glad to end this section on a positive note. That badass canyon earlier, and you know, especially for that being a spur of the moment thing, you know, I think that was really cool, just following those cairns and then having it be as cool as it was. But overall, this section has been had some of the best scenery, I think, of this whole route. The Secret Pass Canyon area was really cool, and then today the Havasu Wilderness, the Needles, Gold Dome, and all that, and that unnamed peak, I guess Havasu Peak, if you want to call it Havasu Peak. Man, one of the most awe-inspiring views I think I've ever had in my life, and I'm not ashamed to admit, there's a couple moments I think it brought a tear to my eye. It was just such an incredible place. It's almost like a dream. Didn't even seem real. And sometimes I think it can be a struggle to find the words to really do the places you visit justice. And in this case, I can only hope the camera captured even half of what the Havasu Wilderness meant to me. Oh, here it is, the main highway. Just got an Uber on the way to come get me, so I don't have to try and hitch. Look at that sunset though, huh?